funniest comedians out here, but I got to do it to your ass, and I'm looking like an extra in the Shawshank Redemption movie. You got that same hairstyle as dude from Tales from the Hood at the end of the movie. You look like El Chapo's second cousin El Gato like shit. You look like Claude and Ray from Life like shit. Always Sherman Hemsley looking ass you would.
All right, we are live. This is Sunday, January 22nd. It is another Phunni Podcast, episode 8. I am your host, Big Lee. This is my co-host,
Brittany.
All right, and we have a jam-packed episode for you guys. Brittany, how you been? How's your last 2 weeks been?
It's been busy. I've been getting myself together to prepare for a Trinidad Carnival. So it's a lot trying to figure out outfits and, accessories for different looks that we're going to be doing, all the different parties and stuff we're going to be going to. So that's what I've been consumed about. I feel like when I do one planning of one event, it's just on to the next. So I've been busy with that. What about you?
Nothing crazy. Had a show last weekend. Been working like a lot. Started a new book this week, so that's interesting. Reading this book called Outliers: The Story of Success. It's by Malcolm Gladwell. My supervisor recommended it for me.
Okay.
And it's a pretty good read. I think I'm like 70 pages in so far. It's a pretty good read so far, real motivational. So that's cool. Other than that, been in the gym every day. Y'all know how that is, 5 days a week. And Eagles is winning. We're on our way to the divisional championship. Got to see us dog the Giants last night, 38-7. I had some fun with some friends out. So, yeah,
the Giants actually scored? Because I didn't even, I was just looking at my phone and I was like, damn, they whooping their ass. They ain't scored yet. I didn't even know they scored before the game was over.
Yeah, I think they scored like late third quarter or something. But then again, we scored like a couple more times after I left. Like I left at like midway through, like maybe at the beginning of the fourth quarter. But I think we only had like 20-something points. By the time I had got home, we was up 38. So it's all good, Got a little parlay bet going on tonight. Hopefully, these 2 more games help pull out and I can win some more money.
So what you thinking about Dallas and the 49ers?
Well, I need Dallas to lose by I need the 49ers to win by 4 or more in order for me to win my bet. That's the last leg of my parlay. I had
okay.
The two
that's
games
not a bad that's not a bad, bet. 4 or more.
The 2 games yesterday went through. I had the Eagles. I think we were favored by 10, and of course we won 38-7, so that worked. And then I had Kansas? I had the Jaguars losing by less than 9. They lost by 7, so that worked.
Okay.
That's two games in my 4-game parlay. Now I need these last 2, and I can win my money.
So when you do your parlays, do you bet based on what you hope to see or what you actually think might be the outcome? Because I would think, of course, you want Dallas to lose,
right.
But are you betting because you really think 49ers is the better team?
I don't really know. I don't know if the 49ers are the better team or not. I think they're both really good teams, to be honest, but I think the 49ers can win by 4.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's not a bad bet, but I'm just, trying to figure out what the logic is when you go in and you make these parlays.
Yeah, I'd just be looking at the point spread and I'd be like, okay, that seems reasonable,
Right. It ain't even no real logic behind it.
No, it's really not. Like the Bengals was I needed them to either lose by 3 or win or lose by 3, and they just won 27-10. So one more game, one more game, and I'm cashing out on their ass.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really watched football like that, but because I used to be like a diehard Dallas fan. If Dallas make it to the Super Bowl, I might pull out one of my jerseys, one of my old shirts and stuff. So I would hope that they would win, just so I might just pop out as I was an original fan.
Yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see. I'm hoping that they lose by
of
4.
Course.
I mean, but 4 or more, lose by 4 or more, and I'll be good with that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
But we got a jam-packed show. We got I guess you could say an announcement. For our people. The House Democratic Caucus has elected Hakeem Jeffries to head their caucus. He's 52 years old. He ran unopposed, and he will replace the 82-year-old Nancy Pelosi, who says she will stay in Congress, but she wants to run for, but she won't run for the leadership post. Jeffries will become the lead. He's the first black to become the lead of a major political party in Congress. Pelosi is stepping down after heading the party for nearly 2 decades. A lot of people are calling this a change in evolution because of the age difference of Jeffries and Pelosi. You know, they're like 30 years apart. And also because Jeffries is the first black leader of the Democratic Party. But what do you think? You think this is something revolutionary? Do you think it's going to be any change? Do you think we're going to see any change? Are you happy for the man? What you think about this?
I'm always going to be happy for a brother.
Right.
I'm a little torn. So I see diversity and I see inclusion and representation as a catalyst to create equality, you know, amongst us. But we had plenty of firsts. So before I actually give my opinion, I just wanted to speak on some of the other firsts that we've seen. Of course, Vice President Kamala Harris is the first Black and Indian, South Asian, Jamaican, descendant to become vice president. Also, first female vice president. We've had, what's her name? Karine Jean-Pierre, which is the first White House press secretary. And then also in our own state, the state of Maryland, we have the first Black governor.
Yes,
Wes Moore. Yep. And, a little background on that. There's only been 5 other Black governors elected to that position in the history of the United States. And not elected, 5 Black governors, but 2 of them before have only been elected. So the other ones were put into those positions prior to like Reconstruction and stuff. So I'm a cheer for our people being in those political positions, but I don't know. We're put into positions into a system that wasn't built for us. Right. So I see that we could get in there and we can break down those barriers and those walls to try to uplift our community. But I think it's a struggle either way because the system was, never made for us. Right. So I just hope that, and I'm thinking about the positions that some of these people are in. I mean, he's the minority leader and, he schedules the meetings and is kind of just running things. But then I try to think about, well, how does that benefit us really besides just representation?
Right.
And over time, we've seen more and more representation. But even then, the number of positions that they have in Congress do not represent percentage-wise the number of, Black people that we have in the U.S. population. So I don't know. I'm a root for us regardless. I just hope that when they get into those positions, they don't conform to the, it's white spaces, if we're being honest. So,
I think representation matters here a lot. But I don't want our people to get complacent. Like it's like, oh yeah, we got like
we got
one. We got one, and now everybody's happy. Like this is just a small stepping stone that we've accomplished. It's an accomplishment though, and we could celebrate that accomplishment. But we still got a long way to go. But big shout out to Hakeem Jeffries, you know what I'm saying, putting us on the map or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be any change. I feel like we need something outside of this 2-party system to really see some change. We've been doing the same Democrat-Republican thing for years now, and we've been in the same position for years now.
Yeah.
So
I think a lot of it.
We won't see any change or not. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, but I do think a lot of it starts with us within our own communities. We don't actually go out here and we're doing the work within our own communities and changing how we think and how we act. We'll never see a change.
We'll
never see a change. So, I mean, I could say from my own experience, working with the federal government, I would consider it a white space, especially where I work at. And I struggled a little bit when I first came in because when I came in, I would step into a room and I'm usually the only Black person, not even just Black female, but I am Black. I'm a female, and I'm one of the youngest ones always. So I look around the room, see who looks like me, and count. Okay, it's me and this person, or just me, or I'm counting all the people of color. So it's Asian, it could be a Hispanic. I'm counting them as minorities as well. I'm just trying to see how diverse the situation is. And white people, they look at diversity a little bit different. They think, oh, if we just have one, it's diverse. If we just have one young person, it's diverse. If we just have, a female at the table, it's diverse. And that's not a good representation of the United States population.
Right.
So for a while, I felt like I had to conform. I couldn't be unapologetically Black until I got comfortable and got into a position of somewhat power. Now I can be free and speak my mind. So I'm just hoping that now that they're in these positions of power, they don't forget the initial why. Because I'm sure, our brother Hakeem, when he graduated from HBCU and decided this is the career path I'm going to take, his initial why was, I want to uplift my community. I want to bring about change within my community. So I hope that he and everyone else that are in these positions remember that instead of just trying to climb the political, career ladder. So
right.
That's
I do hope that we start electing younger politicians like him though. I'm tired of seeing 80-year-old people make decisions on what's going on in the country. I really believe that politicians should be about the average age of the citizen in the country, which is somewhere in the mid-30s or something like that. So we trending today. I hope we're trending in that direction to electing younger politicians, because I feel like they can relate more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What does somebody that Nancy Pelosi's age, she can't relate to the majority of the country. You feel me?
You know what's wild to me though, when we talk about the age groups, being that I'm a federal employee, I understand the benefits, the retirement, the pensions, all of that. Why are y'all still working?
I have no idea, bro.
Why are y'all still working? And then y'all have access to way more than what I do. I'm just a little old 13, but y'all have access to way more than what I do. Way more wealth. Why are y'all still working? And then some of the people that I work with, they are a lot older. I'm usually the youngest on my team. In my 30s, I'm still usually the youngest. But I'm like, in their 60s, y'all not the sharpest knife in the tool box or in the drawer. Why are y'all still here? So I couldn't even imagine at her age, an 80 lady
still trying to run the Democratic Party though. You're not even just the Congress. You're trying to run the whole party. What? Yeah, I can't.
Are you not senile at this point? And then when you said that she was stepping out to do something else, I thought the lady was hanging it up. Not
right.
You ain't tired yet?
No, bro. She's still here, still trying to run things like it was when she was in her 30s or 40s. And it don't work like that.
Yeah, it's so wild to me. I don't know. It needs to be an age limit, but then you'll have somebody just say, "Oh, you're being, discriminating against age," because you're trying to tell me that you are, but the federal government cannot. So,
bro,
but then there's age limits to a minimum age for U.S. president. So whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's discriminating on age too. So it's I don't understand how you can expect somebody of that age to relate to the majority of the country. They can't relate to us. You know what I'm saying? There is no relation there. We don't have anything in common with 80-year-old politicians. But yeah, what you got? What's your topic? What you got?
It's a little bit of a shift from politics. It wasn't much going on in the last 2 weeks. So
yeah, it's been a quiet 2 weeks out here.
Yeah, but the one thing that I saw was interesting was Thugger. So we had talked about the whole Ghana and Thugger situation a little bit on the last episode, but most recently Thugger was in court, and I'm gonna try to play the clip or whatever. But allegedly he was given some drugs. So let me get to the clip and I'm gonna play it real quick.
They didn't even try to be discreet with it. He didn't try to be this. He really just did a hand-to-hand drug transaction in the courtroom.
Yeah. So, according to a motion that was entered into the court, Young Thug tried to conceal in his hand under the table a perk, a painkiller that was given to him actually by another gentleman. His last name is Adams. I think his first name might be Khalif. Who was actually being tried on the same RICO case that Thug is being tried on as well. So when they had the deputies and those who were in the courtroom had witnessed the transaction, they searched Adams, and they actually was able to find marijuana, more perks, tobacco, and other contraband. He had even ingested some of those contraband, where they had to take him to the hospital to, to, I guess, maybe pump his stomach or get some of it out of his system. But according to Thug's lawyers, they state that Young Thug had no idea that during I guess the handshake that he was going to be given Percocet, he didn't even know what it was, and but he obviously tried to conceal whatever it was underneath of the table. I just wanted to share it because I just find it crazy that you would even do something like that in court for a RICO case that you are on trial for. And this is, during jury selection. They haven't even started trial. Right. And here you are, possibly you and your man's possibly going to be charged with additional charge. So what's your thoughts? Because this is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. And they didn't even try to, like I said, they didn't even try to conceal it or like hide it or nothing. They really just did a hand-to-hand drug transaction in the middle of a courtroom. It's insane to me. But I guess that's a sign of addiction, right? When you start doing crazy stuff like that for certain items, then you're addicted to them, and we've been seeing a lot of these rappers and stuff on the perks and the leans and all these other wild drugs and taking fake perks and stuff. So when you got that addiction and you be locked up and you can't get to it, I guess you're willing to risk anything to get to it.
Any means.
Yeah. Now all of this stuff is alleged, by the way. We're not going to sit here and
allegedly that's what they said happened, and allegedly that's what they said Adams had on him when they searched him, and
right. That is a whole nother charge that that's going to have to go through court before we can convict him of that. But that's what it's looking like, that they passing perks in the middle of a courtroom. It's not a smart idea to do, man. Especially when you're already on a RICO charge.
Yeah, with someone else that has, not the same extensive, list of charges that you do, but y'all involved in the same RICO case. So that's, and what he doing in it anyways? Like, so you didn't think that they was going to pull y'all over to the side and search you when you just did a whole little dap up?
Yeah, I don't even know why he was allowed in the courtroom if they on the same case. There's a lot of stuff that I got, but questions about that situation. But we wish Thug the best, man. I hope he can get to the Percocets if he needs them.
Nah, don't say that.
We wish Thug the best, man.
Look, if that is what it is, it's the addiction that he needed. He going through withdrawals. I do wish him the best going through it. Not that I'd ever been on any of that stuff, but I just couldn't imagine going through.
Not to the point where I would tell my man to just hand me one in the middle of a courtroom or something like that. Like, nah, I'm not going
during jury selection, and the jury is probably up in there like, that nigga guilty.
Guilty as hell. Like, the jury is seeing this, and the same jury that's going to judge your ass at the end of the damn thing.
Yeah. Speaking of jury, I had jury duty the last 2 weeks. That was something else that I did last 2 weeks.
Did you get a case?
Almost. So I had to do 2 weeks. Well, the first time I ever did jury duty. You ever did jury duty?
I never got a case, but I've been in there.
Okay. Well, the first time I did get a case, and it was a civil case for a car accident. Girl was mad because even though we found the defendant guilty of causing the accident, I think we awarded the girl, it was a couple $100. So when we read it out, I was like, well, at least we need to give her the emergency room fees for the night of the accident because she did go to the emergency room, but she was trying to sue this lady, and the lady was like a manager at Cracker Barrel or Olive Garden, somewhere, like that. Poor lady didn't have nothing. She tried to take it for everything she got, but she was trying to say back everything was messed up, but that stuff was messed up before the accident. But anyways, out of like $50,000, we gave her ass like $300. So when they read off the results and she heard it was $300, she was like, "What?" I just put my head down because I started laughing. I was like, "Oh shoot, she mad." But let me tell you, that what's crazy. I was the only black one on the jury trial. The white people, they was not rocking at all. But they was in the back. She don't deserve nothing. Da, 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 da. And I'm just like, look, we gotta give her something. Y'all not even riding for your own. Like, that shit was crazy.
The medical bills at least, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying for the night of the accident, at least that. But anything after that, like, nah. But no, the first time I got called up, they had to, I guess somebody asked for an extension of the case because they had an additional witness. And then I had to go up crazy. It was a rape case. And I didn't get selected. The state's attorney wanted to select me. The defense, he kind of took his time and he was like, nah. And I got a reason why. I got a reason why he said no, but I'm not going to say it. I think I got a reason. But yeah, that type of case, I don't want to sit on. Yeah. I don't want to sit on. So, yeah, I'm glad I actually didn't get selected.
Yeah, I never get selected. I got close like a couple times, and then they always ask me all the, when they asking the questions and stuff, and they always ask about.
You ever had a family that's convicted? You stand up, yeah.
And then that'd be the end of it after that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and then the lawyers, well, you got any additional questions? And I think that's why, for me, one of the questions about a family member, he was like, "Do you think he got a fair trial?" I was like, "Oh yeah, absolutely." He was like, "Figured that was the defense." That nigga wrote me off like, "Nah, she think her whole family got a fair trial." So, yeah, but it was. The last 2 weeks of stuff is crazy because my husband ain't never get called. I'm like, "Nigga, why you didn't get called?" He was like, "Because I'm not a snitch." Yeah, whatever.
Your girl Lori Harvey is in the news again.
Speaking of rappers,
right. Lori is in the news again. I mean, she's not a rapper, but I guess she got rappers on her line. Like she got rappers on her line. Rappers want her.
Yeah.
Seems like she's dating Damson Idris now from Snowfall. That's my guy too.
Mm-hmm.
Love Snowfall. Can't wait for the next season. Shout out to that whole cast.
Never seen it, but I don't watch much TV, so I don't watch much TV. I think I tried the first episode, and if was it slow? Because I feel like it was slow. And if something is slow, I can't dive into it because I don't watch TV, so I need something to get my attention.
Honestly, I can't even remember if it started off slow yet. At this point in time, I'm so far in, I'm fully caught up, so I can't remember if it started off slow or not. But I love the show. I do know that. I love the show. But yeah, Lori Harvey is out now. She's dating Damson Idris, and it seems like a lot of people have something to say about that. Meek, a lot of people on social media, stuff like that, judging her, I suppose. What you think about that? Is she wrong?
Okay. Well, Twitter, they accused Meek of trying to, slide on her with a tweet saying, what he say? He said, "Y'all let that girl F anybody," is what he said. And so they tied it because the tweet had came out right after Lori Harvey and Damson Idris went public with their relationship. Now, there was rumors that they were in a relationship before. And then on her birthday, that's when they had went public, posting the pictures. It was like 2 little pictures of them, her with some money up to her ears. And then another one, I think he was kissing her on his head. And then Meek comes out with this tweet. Then he tried to clear it up. But originally, looking at the tweet, I'm like, "Oh, you might be in your feelings." But I just feel like if she's out here dating, humping, I don't care what it is. The only reason we know about it is because of who she is and who she's dating. They're all, high profile people. If she was just some regular old girl out here, even some of these little Instagram models, we don't even know who y'all be dealing with. We wouldn't even know.
Right.
I if they who she want to date. She's young. She got money. They got money. If I was young, wild, and free, and had no responsibilities, I'd be out here dating too. Like, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. You're learning yourself. You're learning your partners. Figuring out what you like, what you don't like. Date who you want to date. It might not
Yeah.
even last, but Meek just seemed like he in his feelings because he had her on his wish list. So.
And he couldn't get her.
So here's the thing. So in so it was in the going bad single where he had rapped, I got Lori on my wish list. That's the only thing I want for Christmas. But in a Summer Jam 2021 performance, he changed the lyrics a little bit to say, I took Lori Harvey off my wish list. That's the only thing I wanted for Christmas. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if he was trying to imply like he hit it or if he was in his feelings and he took her off the wish list. He's saying his feelings. He got Twitter fingers for days. But I don't know. What do you think about Meek and his feelings?
I mean, I think Meek is just out of pocket right there with that situation. But I don't really see nothing wrong with Lori dating Damson unless Damson and Michael B were actually friends. And then in that situation, I could see a problem there. But I don't know if they were friends or not. We just seen a couple pictures of them two hanging out or whatever. I don't know if they were really close or not. Other than that, man, like Lori is single, Damson is single. How else do you expect to find the person that you're going to be with forever if you don't date? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I also feel like because it's a celebrity relationship, it's that's what's getting it blown out of proportion. Like everybody, it's mainstream. Everybody's looking.
I also think it's because she's a woman.
Yeah, because she's a woman. But like everybody's going to look at, because she's a celebrity, everybody's going to look at who she dates anyway because she's famous. Like if she walks out holding hands with somebody, paparazzi's going to be there taking pictures and it's going to make tabloids and everything like that. So, but the people are judging her because she's a woman and she's dating, who she wants to date and having fun with it or whatever like that. But everybody just need to mind their business because at the end of the day, this don't have nothing to do with anybody but Damson and Lori Harvey, So
right.
Your business.
Now, I will say that society, social media, we like to jump to conclusions because they released those photos of Damson and Michael B. Jordan and some pictures together. Say, oh, they friends. They could have just been in the same circle together because that's the type of circles that they run in together. They're celebrities. They are actors.
Right.
That doesn't necessarily mean that they was kicking it and they friends. They got each other's phone number. You know what I'm saying? Like we just like to assume that. But I do think that social media society, we're just harder on women when it comes to dating because these men are ran through and nobody is saying something. But when we talk about Lori Harvey or Megan Thee Stallion, or even, for example, you can see how people are coming for Carisha, Young Miami, when it comes to the whole Diddy situation. Nobody is saying anything about Diddy being ran through by anybody and everybody, creating more babies, but they're clowning her like, you're holding up a Go Poppy sign and your man out here making babies. That you don't even know what their situation is, what they got going on, what their agreement is. But we want to, always come for the woman, and it's unfair.
Yeah, I didn't even know who the fuck a Carisha was. I know who Young Miami is. I didn't know her name was Carisha though.
What? Everybody call her Carisha. Carisha, please. That's her podcast.
I didn't know she had a podcast. All I know, like you could put Young Miami in a lineup of 5 women. I wouldn't be able to pick her up. All I know is Diddy is dating Young Miami.
Lie.
I'm dead ass.
It's a lie.
I'm dead serious. All I know is Diddy.
I don't even listen to city girls like that, but I still know what she looked like.
I don't know what she looks like.
If you heard her talk, you wouldn't even know how she sound.
No.
What?
All I know is her and Diddy is dating, and I've seen them two together like in videos a couple times, but like I haven't seen it enough for me to turn on the TV and be like, "Oh, that's Young Miami." Like I can't do that.
I don't even believe in that. Okay, JT, do you know what JT looked like?
No. Wait, that's the one who had the nip slip a while back. Didn't her nipple slip out on Instagram Live one time?
I don't know. I feel like everybody's nipples be slipping out.
if she's who I think she's
the one that is maybe still dating Lil Uzi Vert.
Oh, I didn't know that she was dating Lil Uzi, but I know who she is though. If I saw her, I might not know her name, but I'd be like, "Ain't she a city girl?"
Well, that could be anybody and everybody out here now. Ain't there some city girls? Look how they look. Look how they dress.
It could be. But yeah, I mean, I'm not. I don't listen to the music, so it's like, and I don't really. I got a lot of shit muted and blocked on social media, so it's like I be missing certain pockets of stuff. I might have Meek Mill blocked, to be honest. That's why I didn't catch the tweet or whatever. Like once people start, like I got Krishan and Blueface blocked. I don't be trying to hear all of that shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm about sick of that. Sick of them exploiting that little girl or him and her exploiting each other's situation. It's just toxic.
Yeah, and it's all for clickbait. It's all clickbait too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they all doing it for clickbait to run up the numbers on their show, which is good. Get your money. I'm just not interested.
No, clickbait ready to ruin your life. That's what it's about to do.
Yeah, like I'm just not interested in that type of clickbait, you know. But if that's what y'all want to do to watch, if that's what you want to watch, fine.
All right. Well, I guess I'm actually surprised you didn't know. I wonder if my husband knows who Young Miami is. Because if he does, that's gonna be funny. Because I wouldn't expect him to know. You know, he don't even listen to rap half of the time, so I wouldn't expect him to know.
Yeah, I don't even know a City Girls song or none of that shit, bro. I don't know none of that. I mean, it's just not my music. I don't really listen to that type of music like that.
You must don't turn on the radio.
Hell no.
Yeah, I know it's garbage, and they repeat the same songs over and over again. So
yeah, and then the commercials. Ain't nobody got time for commercials, bro.
Yeah,
nobody got time for commercials. Yeah. But nah, you got anything else you want to plug before we get off of here?
I didn't plug in my photography page. I didn't say a lot last time. I think I was a little nervous, but I do have a side hustle, a little business. I do got an EIN and everything, so it's official. BSD imagery. So I do portrait photography, weddings, events. I actually booked my second wedding for this year last week.
Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. So that's exciting. So I got one wedding Memorial Day weekend, and then another one, I guess it's July 4th weekend because it's the Saturday before July 4th. So I'm not planning anything around those weekends. So I got two weddings coming up.
Okay. Yeah, y'all
one more than last year.
Y'all go follow that BSD imagery. That's her photography page. Plug your Instagram too.
Itty Bitty Britty. Again, same on Twitter as well.
Y'all go follow that too. I'm at Big Lee on all social medias with 3 underscores at the end. I'm also at Big Lee on the PlayStation Network. If you game, same thing, 3 underscores on the end. You can follow me there. I don't have any shows lined up right now, but you can always follow my Instagram and catch me at open mics. I'm doing 2 or 3 of them joints a week to make sure my skills are sharp still. And don't forget to DM us questions. If y'all got any questions for us, y'all want us to answer on the podcast, you can DM me or Brittany questions, and we will answer those. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Tell your friend to tell a friend that this is the funniest podcast out. And until next time, see you guys and stay funny.
Peace.